guess we could just use that intro somewhere.
Alright.
Right?
Yep.
I get nervous, man. And 1, 2, 3, go.
Alright, welcome to another Lone Star Drift video. I'm Aaron Losey, that's Will Parsons, and that is Robert Turnbow. They are basically drift hippies. They lived here together at this compound. You'll see cars all over their yard and everything. All kinds of neat Formula Drift cars and like Pro-Am cars. He's a Corolla man, he is a Cressida man, but he's changing over to a Chaser for this season. Let's ask him some questions. Will, what are you doing for this season?
I'm building a new car to drive in Pro 2.
What kind of car?
It is a surprise.
A surprise? Is it really a surprise?
Not really.
Not really?
It's a Lexus SC300.
Sweet.
Yeah, should be fun.
Why'd you change over from the other chassis?
Just trying to get into something that's easier to drive.
Yeah. So tell us about your Formula D season this past year.
It was an interesting season for sure. Had lots of ups and downs. Crashed a few times. Had a good time in a lot of different places. It's very interesting.
Interesting good or interesting bad?
Interesting good. Always good.
So are you going to do it again?
Yeah, for sure.
And why do you have a hippie van that you travel around the country with?
Makes the most sense.
And you're moving to a new chassis, an SC300. Is that because you're sick of the Corolla, or you just want a different car? You like how it looks? What is it?
I just want to try a different chassis, see what it's like, see what it's all about. Stop fighting so hard to compete.
So you think it's the Corolla chassis that's not competitive?
I don't think it's as competitive as a lot of the cars. It's harder to drive also.
Okay, Will, so we're at the hippie commune, hippie drift commune, I guess we'd call it. We have Brad Burnett living here. Dwayne basically lives here. That's Dwayne Ramsey. We have Will Parsons, which is you. We have Robert Turnbow, which is him. Is there anybody else who lives here right now?
Gina.
Oh yeah, Gina lives here.
Yeah.
But y'all have 4 drift people that all have absolutely crazy motors and crazy stupid cars with tons of projects on the side and everything else. Why do y'all have a group of people here living like that? Is it fun? Is it a stressful environment?
It's an awesome environment.
All right, Robert, you're moving into a new chassis as well. What are you moving to from your Cressida? Just to give a quick primer to everybody, you drove a really rad Cressida for the last few years. It was a 2JZ. It had a 3582 on it from Garrett, and now you're going to a 4088 turbo. The thing had all kinds of other crazy parts on it, so made a lot of power. And just recently you started running crazy tires. You were running like 315 Achilles on that thing. Tell us about the car, how you like it, what you don't like, and why you're moving to a new chassis.
The X8 was pretty sweet, but I always had problems with just setting up rear suspension and not having the time to really dial it in. And then it was completely gutted, and I didn't do the cage and everything. Wasn't totally happy with it from a like ergonomics standpoint, I guess. So that, and it was just kind of like a rough shell. So I was like, move on to my dream car, I guess, JZX100, and start over. The big power thing just kind of happened by accident. I was like, found a deal on a built motor, got that. Found a deal on a 4088, got that. And I was like, see what it'll do with like, 700 horsepower, so I guess.
I find it very interesting that as we go on, we all get older, and we're basically kids at heart, and we all have a hilarious hobby, which is drifting. And as we have more disposable income as we get older, we might not be responsible and do anything useful with it, but we find that we have the most absolutely hilarious cars, like Group B rally car nuts. Like you're driving basically a 4-door family car that's going to have almost 1,000 crank horsepower, and Will has a Corolla which makes like 600 crank horsepower, more than like a Dodge Viper from the factory kind of thing, and a Corolla. And I have cars that are wacky kind of like that. It's really interesting to see how drifting progresses as we get older, and kind of drag drifting along with us. The cars are just getting absolutely insane. And not for any reason. It's not because we need more competitive cars to drive on a grassroots level or anything else to have fun. It's just we're absolute car nerds, and if you could have 1,000 horsepower Toyota 4-door and that's what you want and you can have it, well, we build it, and it's hilarious.
Live your dreams.
What?
Live your dreams.
Live your dreams?
Yeah.
Also, as a primer, he's a huge car guy and you're a huge car guy. The only crazy car you have is your Corolla right now, right? He says yes. But Turnbow has like a crazy old muscle car Challenger with a giant supercharger thing. He has a Mark IV Supra with a big single turbo. He has a Cressida, a JZX 100 Chaser. Do you have anything else that's crazy?
4 A86s, a T72, a bunch of motorcycles, a couple Gixxer 1100s, and that 75 Kawasaki, some dirt bikes. Yeah, anything with a motor on it.